Fancy. Here we go.
Episode 3?
Episode 3.
We're back.
Yes, sir.
So listen, as we get more in tune with the restaurant industry that we are in, we're going to get more and more intense. We had this discussion last night, okay? Yeah. I'm going to expose Adrian here a little bit with love. All right? He really, really cares about what he does. He cares about being here and giving you guys good stuff. So he was like, hey, listen, man, I don't feel confident about my stuff. And what I said to him very simply was, yo, we've been away for a while. We're going to get integrated into the restaurant world again. We're going to get annoyed again. We're going to get inspired again. We're going to fall in love again. We're going to fall out of love again with the restaurant world. And as those things happen, that vibe will get integrated into the show. The intensity will rise, and we'll have more and more things for you to chat with us about.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it, okay?
I am cursing with caring. I care about all of you.
Okay. All right. So go ahead.
Yep. Welcome to Fancy Bread. I'm Adrian.
I'm Ed.
And I just want to start because we recently just reopened our doors and reopened our restaurant. And I know that a lot of our coworkers like to watch our show. And I just want to say, guys, we rocked that opening. I just got to say, we worked in a lot of places and opening sucks. Anybody that has opened a restaurant knows. And man, we really worked that thing. I'm really proud of all you guys, everybody in the kitchen, everybody in the bar, management, ownership. We really rocked that boat, man. And I'm really proud of all you guys. Just wanted to
right. So look, somebody just commented that on Instagram our faces are too close. They only see half our faces. That's an Instagram thing. You see what I mean?
Yeah. Somebody just did. I didn't see that.
Don't worry about it. They did.
Well, we're just a little close. This is just for now, for today. You want to go ahead and start today, or should I start?
You can start, but if it's too close on Instagram, just look at it on YouTube.
Yes, look at that. Look at us on YouTube or TikTok as well, but preferably YouTube. Now, I just want to go ahead and start with saying,
go ahead.
Man, my body hurts.
Oh yeah.
Not working, for those 2 months, those 9 weeks, really took a toll on my body. Going upstairs, downstairs, grabbing boxes, moving things around. Because when you're opening, you're doing a lot of stuff that are not server-related things to do.
That's a good point.
And
I know I'm not 22 anymore, but reopening the restaurant, my lower back is killing me, bro. My lower back and my feet are killing me. They're on fire.
Monday is usually my day for getting ready, and yesterday was my day to be in bed.
Bro, I need a fucking massage.
I needed a recovery day. I was begging for a massage. I need a massage. Thank you, baby.
I need a fucking massage, man. That's what I need.
So tell us, what do you think would be the best exercises for restaurant servers?
Cardio.
Cardio?
I'd say cardio 100%.
Stairs for sure.
Cardio.
A lot of squats because you get to come down, grab stuff. Back, lower back for sure. And what about your shoulders, man? We definitely got to do some back. Is carrying the trays, carrying things. It's very important.
Carrying your coworkers.
Which honestly, this is what we call mirroring or reflect. Not reflect. Yes, I fucked that one up. The point is,
live is treating you well.
It may seem like I'm telling you things, but I'm telling myself things because that means, Adrian, you really gotta start working out again. What about you? Are you currently working out? Because you got that paddle thing that you like to do.
Yes,
How's that going?
Yes, I play paddle, and it's a lot of fun. I'm very, very aggressive when I play, and there's this whole stigma that paddle is bougie, and I gotta say, it really fucking is.
It is bougie.
Paddle is bougie as fuck, and I admit that.
But so is Miami.
I enjoy it. I enjoy it, bro. I'm good. I'm good.
There you go. So if you don't want to do golf, maybe try paddle.
People want to play on paddle, but I guarantee you, if you played, especially outdoors in Miami in the heat, we'll see how good you are.
No? You want to go and start?
Look, check this out. So I recently went to Daniel's, which is the steakhouse that opened in Coral Gables.
Yes.
In the old Fiola spot. If you never went to Fiola, so it's owned by the same group. And I gotta say, sucked.
Really?
Absolutely sucked.
Okay.
Sucked. And that depressed me because I feel like the classic steakhouse is disappearing.
Okay.
The classic steakhouse is disappearing. So I did the modern thing, and I went to ChatGPT and I said, my prompt was, what is a classic steakhouse? Traditional, old-style restaurant centered on serving high-quality steaks in a timeless, no gimmick setting.
No gimmick setting.
It's the kind of place that feels familiar, elegant, and rooted in decades of tradition. So, here's what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through a list of some steakhouses that all of these I've been to. Some I haven't been to in a while, but I've been to all of these, and I'm going to give you my 2-word review on what these steakhouses make me feel. Okay? Now, disclaimer. These are more classic steakhouses, okay? Based on the definition that ChatGPT just gave. There are steakhouses in Miami that do a little bit more, and we know where those steakhouses are, and those are different categories, okay? And if I leave something out from this list,
Let us know.
yeah, if I leave, start your own fucking show. Or if I say something that you don't agree with one of the places I'm about to mention, start your own fucking show. Okay? Here we go. Here we go. So I went to Daniel's last night. Sucked. Absolutely sucked. Okay? Bland salad, terrible oysters, rubbery, flavorless steak, and terrible sides. But the service was cool. Okay? Trulux. If you know anything about me, I've said the word Trulux more than almost any other restaurant word.
True.
Okay? Loved it. Now it's garbage. Okay? Red. Listen, Red used to be in the restaurant space where Lucky Cat is, or where Lucky Cat used to be. And it was amazing. Then they moved around the corner, and it sucks. Red is going to be out of business soon. Okay?
I didn't get to visit that one.
Red is like the bottom of their numbers at the end of their month. That's what it looks like over there. This one's new. This is what actually inspired this. I went to Diplomat Prime.
Recently?
Very recently.
Okay.
Who's never been to Diplomat Prime. It's a steakhouse. It's in the Diplomat Hotel in Hallandale Beach. A fucking mecca. A mecca of carne. Unbelievable. The best steak I've ever had in Florida. One of the best steaks I've ever had in my life because I've been here for a while.
And we spoke about that before.
Diplomat Prime.
Yeah.
I went to Diplomat Prime recently. Fucking sucks.
What part of it?
Sucks, bro. What part do you think? Oh, the decor. The steak, bro.
Really?
Sucked. Absolutely horrible. I didn't sleep all that night. Fleming's. Not even Tomahawk Tuesday could save Fleming's. Garbage. Okay? Mastro's. Mediocre. I would say the only thing about Mastro's that's good is no matter how mediocre your meal is, the butter cake at the end of it is going to be amazing.
It's going to save everything.
It's going to be fucking amazing, okay? But I miss... Mastro's is a particular complaint because I miss when Mastro's used to be Wolfgang's. And Wolfgang's, for anybody who doesn't know, is like a Peter Luger clone. And I say that with all the respect in the world because you're a Peter Luger clone. They're imitating a classic, delicious steakhouse, right? Dirty, brown, speckled plates. The
butters,
old, rude servers with guts.
What don't you want?
The slanted steak with the clarified butter, dry aging in house. That's what Peter Luger is, and that's what Wolfgang was. And if you're from New York, the steakhouses like Benjamin's, for example, they're all Peter Luger clones, and they're amazing for that, right? Okay, here we go. You see this list keeps going.
It keeps going. Taking my time.
Fiorito. Now, a lot of people would say Fiorito is one of the best steakhouses in the city. What I would say is get off Leo Messi's dick, okay? It's not that good. What Fiorito is good for the price. And if you consider that determination to mean a restaurant is good, then go start your own fucking podcast, right? Okay, Sonny's. Now, Sonny's is going to be a little controversial, right? I would say, specifically speaking, I think one of the more underwhelming, things I've had at Sonny's is the steak. So
not that pork chop, though. Go for that pork chop.
My point exactly. So it's. I'm not saying Sonny's is a bad restaurant.
Correct.
I think it lives up to the hype, and I'm glad for it because it's a place you can go eat and you can chill and the food is great. But I've gone back to Sonny's again and again, and I'll continue to go back because I love the restaurant. I love the pasta, the oysters, the way they chill their martini glasses at the bar because they know what the fuck they're doing. I love that place. But the last 3 times I've been to Sonny's, I haven't had steak. So take that for what you will. Okay. I don't know if this is classic, but I put it here because it just kind of bothers me. Like Salt Bay, Nusret.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that goes to show you how I'll keep it real because I don't want to bullshit anybody. Everything I've had of Nusret has been good. I've gone mostly for the burger lunch that you and I have gone to together. Yeah. The baklava with the ice cream is gangster. Unbelievable. Yeah. But I just don't like it there. Does that make any sense to you or to anybody?
Yeah.
And I hate to be immature, but I just don't like him. So I don't like the place. And I don't like being there for long. So if I had to be black and white, which I love to be, in Steakhouse in Turnberry, Iowa, Michael Mina. Terrible. Underwhelming. Terrible. As far as shit. And I'd say the best thing about Bourbon Steakhouse is the 3 different French fries they give you. That's sort of like their bread service. That was it. So Smith & Wollensky. Smith & Wollensky is probably, as far as I'm concerned, like the only one that I like out of the classic steakhouses. Right? A little dirty. Every once you walk in there, there's like every once in a while you think you might be hallucinating, but there's like you saw a roach behind the bar. Doesn't matter, right? There's something about Smith & Wollensky that, I mean, sometimes their steaks are hit or miss. Mm-hmm. I have had underwhelming steaks there, and I've had great steaks there sitting at the bar. But it's just something about it. Something about that classic steakhouse feel that just is rarer and rarer in Miami nowadays because everybody wants to do more. And one of the things, remember, that I love about this ChatGPT definition is the no gimmick setting, which is my kind of restaurant to go eat at personally. But another thing it says is they focus on the basics perfectly. This is like comfort over trendiness that it says as the definition. And I feel like that has escaped a little bit in steakhouses. Correct. You know, steakhouses, like if I go to a steakhouse, I'm not a big fan of Wagyu. I don't like A5. I don't want a Wagyu flight. Me personally, I like classic, prime,
New York strip,
like Angus. Like I want a dry aged, funky, delicious, domestic, salt and pepper steak. That's just my style. And that doesn't mean that's your style. And that's cool. That's why there's different restaurants for different people. But that restaurant, ironically, is disappearing from Miami. You think Miami restaurants? Steakhouses is ingrained in that culture.
Correct.
Right? The Prime 112s, which ironically is not that bad. No. Prime 112 was full of a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm. The product is consistent.
They've declined from their dominance of the city, which is not a testament to their lack of quality. It's just, it's
so
hard.
Many restaurants opening. So
it's hard to dominate the city. Like no restaurant dominates the city. There's too many good, like decent restaurants and a lot of new restaurants, whether they're good or bad. So that's not like, I'm not being nasty to Prime 112, but ironically, Prime 112 is actually pretty decent.
Now, I will ask because you went through that list.
Yeah.
And some of those places I've been to as well. Uh-huh. Now, while I have to say about it, now I don't say they suck, obviously, but I understand that you're upset about the meat itself.
That's all that matters.
Kind of not stepping up or being even what it used to be.
That's all that matters.
I will acknowledge that, although I went to Daniel's and I very much enjoy myself, and I went to a lot of these steakhouse.
What'd you have at Daniel's?
What I will say is that the one thing that I've said, oh wow, this was fantastic. The one thing that wasn't was a steak. So in that part, I will ask you, what since you're more of a meat eater than I am, I guess I mean I enjoy meat, but you constantly eat meat. Mm-hmm. What is that one thing, flavor profile that you think it's just wrong? Do you think it's the provider? Do you think that it's the quality of the meat itself? Do you think that is the way that they're preparing it that sucks? What is it that in your mind, do you think that they're doing wrong to these steaks? Is it the sourcing? Is it the preparation?
I think they're not being honest.
Yeah.
I think steakhouses are not being honest that they've cut quality because things are getting really expensive.
Yeah.
It's expensive. I mean, I get it. I get that things are getting more expensive, and I get that it's getting harder for people to make sense of their food costs and run their business. So somewhere along the line, they've had to cut quality.
Yeah.
Like I'm sorry, you could try to sugarcoat it or find a different reason or palates change. No, because when you bite into a steak and you're an experienced steak eater and a steak lover, you can tell right away. Off of just the first bite, you're like, this is gonna be good. Or the opposite. You could say this sucks. And you want to know something? I'm so loyal. I'm so loyal to loving steak that when I was at Daniel's, the first bite I took of the steak, I almost didn't want to look at anybody because I was like, oh no.
Oh.
I was like, oh no. And then I just kept eating and it never improved. And thankfully, people agreed. It sucked. It sucked.
Okay.
But I finished my steak, but I did not enjoy it.
Okay. So it's not somewhere that you're gonna be running back to enjoy steak.
Nah, I'm not going back to Daniel's for any reason. For any reason whatsoever. I'm not going back.
That way because I did have their wedge and I thought it was superb. You know, and there were some dishes that I had that I absolutely enjoyed. They had this creme brulee foie gras, and I'm a sucker for foie gras, so that's something that I
did
very
you have
much
steak
enjoyed.
at Daniel's?
I did have their steak. We had
how was
the New York. It was
which New York strip?
The
Wagyu?
Strip. No, their Prime New York strip.
Prime New York strip.
And I enjoyed it. It wasn't oh my god life-changing steak, but I enjoyed it. Go ahead.
Okay.
But again, I'm not that avid steak going to enjoy all kinds of plays, nuance. I enjoy a good steak, but I'm more of a fish, vegetable, and creative kind of things.
Right. So that's my point. That's why I like a classic steakhouse.
Good. Yeah.
Because it's about no nonsense, no frills. It's about high quality beef, seasoned with salt and pepper and cooked to your liking, with classic delicious sides, and that's it, bro. No frills. I don't want frills.
That's a good point. But I mean, is that in Miami, or is that overall? Do you have a steakhouse that is just a classic, solid steakhouse, no gimmicks? I mean,
What would
Miami,
you say? Okay, what would you say is
tough.
what is the best steakhouse in Miami right now? Raw food experience.
Again, because when you say steakhouse,
Not
I'm thinking
atmosphere.
steak, and that's
steak.
the one thing. I'm thinking, what's the last steak that blew my mind, and doesn't come to it right now.
I would say the best steakhouse in Miami right now is Cote.
Yeah.
Cote is the best steakhouse in Miami. And to be honest,
that is solid.
that
That is
doesn't
solid.
make me happy to say that because it's not a traditional steakhouse. It's not.
That's a good point.
It's not a traditional steakhouse. If you're talking about restaurants and their quality and their service, Cote is amazing.
Yeah, their
food
quality
is
and their products is
amazing.
amazing. Their service is
Service
fantastic.
is amazing.
Yeah.
That restaurant
It's a unique
is
experience.
incredibly well run.
Yeah.
But it's not a classic steakhouse. And they shouldn't be offended by that because they have their own market.
Of
They have their
course.
own niche, right? But it's not a steakhouse, bro. It's not a steakhouse. You know, I don't want my meat grilled for me. I'll go, but I prefer to just have a piece of steak and etc. Like if we're talking about the steakhouse mindset,
Yeah.
I want a piece of steak. At the most, the most I want at a steakhouse, it may be a little piano.
A little.
A little piano. Bing, bing, boom, boom.
I did miss True Looks when they were all about quality.
A little piano or a little live band, you know what I'm saying? A little jazz or something. That is the most, that is as extra as I want my steakhouse experience to be. But I can sit down and hear the clinking and clanking of silverware. I don't mind it at all.
And I really wanted to switch it into something positive, but I guess I'm gonna
Go ahead.
stick. No, I'm really gonna
Go
stick
ahead.
with it. Something happened this week that made me want to talk about it, and that is when no needs to be negotiated. I don't.
When what?
When a no needs to be negotiated.
Explain.
Because most of the times it's just not. Like, let's say somebody comes to your restaurant and they say, "Oh, do you have this?" And you don't have it. Now, usually the best way for you to approach that situation, if somebody says, "Do you have salmon?" You say, "We do offer Dover sole, we do offer sea bass." You tell them what you offer, right? Not, "Oh, I'm so sorry, we don't have that." It's just immediately you go to the options that we have. But when it comes to guests or customers, if you go to a place that you like and they no longer have something, then are you going to be like, "Oh, I should get something for free," or, "Oh, are you going to give me a discount?" And it's like, no. I mean, it's if you go anywhere for something and people came before you, or during that day they were not able to do X dish, then it's up to you to say, well, are you going to have something else or not? But it's not about what are you going to give me because you don't have that. So I don't understand why no's have to be constantly negotiated. Sometimes I will say that if I have to say no to a guest a couple of times, I might try to do something, but not because you asked me to. Does that make sense?
It does. It does. I think it's in what it is fear. Fear is instilled into the hospitality and restaurant industry in certain ways.
Yeah.
Right. You can never say no. Like they'll even write that in restaurants will say as a form of training, you can't say no to guests. Right?
Yeah.
You can't say the word no. You have to find different other hospitable ways to say no without saying no. Right?
Yeah.
I think that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Because it just makes things so simple.
Yeah.
It's just about how you say it. Hey, do you have salmon? No, I do not. But you know what I do have? I have Dover sole. I have branzino. You like salmon for its richness and its sort of like fattiness? Well, then I suggest this.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no problem with saying no. What the fuck's the big deal?
Yeah.
You just say no.
Yeah.
That's just, it's like there's other things that restaurant staff is encouraged not to say. A classic one is like referring to a table as guys. Like, hey, guys, how are you? It's a little cringy, but I don't think it's offensive.
No, it's not.
It's not offensive. There's stuff like that, and saying no is one of the big things that apparently is taboo in the hospitality industry. I say no all the time.
Yeah.
Can I get a free drink?
No.
This steak is prepared. I asked for medium rare. Does this look like? Well, I say yes there, but is my steak cooked incorrect? No, it's not. It's cooked fine. Like, just say no. I don't understand what the big deal is. That fear is instilled in us. That goes to the customer is always right thing, which is a whole nother thing. We don't have to get into that now. But there's a big misconception about that terminology, which we'll get into another day.
Yeah. And listen, I get it. I've been on the other side of that coin as well. I've went to this restaurant once and I had this wonderful dessert. It was like a pistachio, key lime, cheesecake. It was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I went to that restaurant again, and first thing I do is I tell my server, hey man, I'm here for that delicious dessert. You have it available, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, absolutely. We do have some available today on the back. I'm like, perfect. I make my order, and then dessert time comes, and I'm like, excited. When it comes about desserts, it's main event, right?
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
can I please have my pistachio key lime tart? And they'd be like, oh, we don't have that.
We don't
today.
have that anymore.
And I'm
or
like,
today, whatever. Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'll have something else. Was I, did I had reasons, I guess, to be upset? Because yes, because I told them from the start. I told my server from the start. Everybody knew that's what I was there for. I would have appreciated maybe, hey, we don't currently have it today, and I would have said, well, thank you very much, and I would have just come another day. But it just
You would have not eaten.
Yeah.
If there was confirmation they didn't have that dessert.
Yeah. But that was my decision, right? Because I went there and I wanted to have a bunch of things, but that's the thing that I wanted to have.
Okay,
and they
so-
didn't have it, so I want to wait. But again,
Right.
that was my decision. But in that case, I stayed. I had some of the things. It was
but you're
enjoyable,
like,
and I left.
I don't know what it is. I thought I liked dessert, but you're a fucking savage with dessert, bro.
The point that I want to bring with this is that yes, there might be situations where you might be on both of those sides of the coin, and you might say to yourself, I might stay and have something else, which I've done so, or I might just go, like in that case, because that's what I really, really wanted. Since then, I haven't been to the restaurant. That I actually served someone from
what restaurant is this?
That's called Felice in Brickell. And since then,
That's your mistake right there.
well, that's okay. I mean, since then, I served two staff members from that restaurant. One was like a management, etc. And they invited me to say, hey, come over and check it out. And I will eventually go and check it out. Might be calling just to make sure that you have the dessert and showing up. And if they don't, then that's okay.
What
It's
is it
just
about Brickell,
Not
bro?
a place for me anymore, and it's unfortunate. It did happen. Now, bringing it back to a similar situation, I had that situation when we reopened the restaurants. We reopened and we had a limited menu because when restaurants open, it's very common for you to not be 100% when they open. So our menu might be slightly limited. And we had some guests who unfortunately came for a particular dessert that we didn't have. I let them know straight ahead of time. And in the end, I offered them other desserts. I took it upon myself to say, you know what? I said to them no a couple of times. I said to them no a couple of times.
How dare you?
Yes, but I took it upon myself to say, you know what, they've been great customers, and I want to give them another opportunity for them to try something else. And I took care of desserts. Difference to that table that was saying to us, oh, then maybe I should get something for free. If you really want something, don't say it.
I'd say the easiest way to get something for free to just be cool.
right?
Be a cool person.
Just being cool, being kind, being nice.
Be polite, be kind.
Yeah. I
You're more
understand
likely
that
to
if you
get
want
something for
You
free.
gotta say something, but sometimes what you say might not be the most appropriate way to say it. So if you want something, just be cool.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Okay. You done with yours?
I'm done with that one.
You know what I want to talk about?
Go for it.
Controversial issue.
Controversial issue. Go for it.
Dress codes.
Dress codes. I want to do a whole episode about this. So,
Dress
but
codes.
Let's start it out.
Dress codes in restaurants. Right? Now
Tough
look.
one. Go for it.
Now look, man. Let's get I hate tiptoeing around this issue. I hate tiptoeing in general. It's not my nature. So I'm not going to tiptoe here. Let's get this shit out of the way. Okay?
Let's do it.
All right? It's 2025. Does racism still exist in 2025? Yes. If you are a racist in 2025, you're a fucking loser.
Yes.
That's how I feel. That's my disclaimer. Okay? That being said, one of the biggest issues with implementing a dress code in a restaurant is allegations, because perception is reality. Correct. Right? So what happens when you implement a strict dress code in a restaurant? Some people might say, oh, you're targeting a certain race. You're targeting a certain group of people and alienating them from the restaurant. That's what people say.
Of course.
My response to that is grow the fuck up, dress normally, and go eat at the fucking restaurant. Right? So I would say if you feel like you're being targeted by a dress code and you feel like you're being discriminated because of a dress code, I would say you have 4 options. 4 options. Option 1, become famous. Become a celebrity because they can do whatever the fuck they want. Right? Option number 2. Option number 2. Don't go to that restaurant.
Oh, is it
All
not?
right? That's option number 2. Option number 3. Okay? Open your own fucking restaurant. That's option number 3. Open your own fucking restaurant and you do whatever the hell you want. Okay? Option number 4. And this is my favorite option. How about you follow the fucking rules and you go enjoy yourself? Because if you can follow the rules and you can pay for your dinner, you can eat dinner anywhere in the world. Okay? So,
Yeah.
that's my thing.
No, I dig the idea, and actually I kind of touch on that as well, because that goes into a new page, a new leaf, right? And sometimes restaurants want to make a little change, right? They say to ourselves, we tried this before, like we spoke about harassment. You do it once, and if it doesn't go well, you apologize and change the behavior. And restaurants might do that too. They might say, hey, we're gonna take a new direction now, and we're gonna switch this up. We no longer want to do this. We no longer want to do that. And those are the rules of the house. You know, maybe one day you threw a party in your place and you said, man, I don't want to invite more than 50 people to my house because it's a lot of people and they destroyed my bathroom or whatever the reason may be, right? You adapt based on the experiences that you had, and that's okay. So things can change from yesterday to today. Yesterday, somebody came in and made a ruckus about something, and this person was X, Y, or Z, like the behaviors, the way that they were dressed, etc. And we say, well, from now on, we want to avoid such things because we want to make sure that everybody that's in our home feels in a certain way.
Right.
So that's not necessarily, don't take it personal. It's not up to you. It's just the person that owns that place, like you owning your home, you make your decisions in what you want in your house. If somebody shows up to your house and inappropriate, in clothes that are inappropriate, what are you going to tell them? You say, hey, or maybe from that point on, you say, bro, you gotta switch that up.
You gotta grow the fuck up, bro.
One that you mentioned,
Grow
it's
up.
about being famous. That one is an issue. I
agree.
I understand that we in the restaurant industry, we always want to say yes. We just spoke about that. Saying no is not something that we want to do, especially if someone's like famous or powerful and all that, because we want to take care of you. We want you to come in. We want you to, this is business. We want you to come in and we want you to buy stuff. Yeah. But if we have a set of rules and you don't want to behave as such or be a part of that just because you are you, then you are the problem. I'm gonna give you an example.
Give me an
I
example.
saw this guy who's very famous, and I follow him as well. His name is Alex Omosi, and he's known for going everywhere in shorts, showing his calves because that's his thing, and a tank top with his logo. That's it. And he calls a place, and he's like, "Oh, like I'm sorry, I'm about to. We're like, it's. I know it's close to it's a time. It was close to closing. Sorry, it was close to closing time. And he's like calling, like, oh,
That's a
I don't
tough
have
one.
anywhere to
That was
go,
a-
blah,
that was-
blah.
That was tough to say.
Yeah, that was tough to say. So it's like, oh, I want to come in, but I'm wearing this is what I'm wearing. And he's letting the restaurant know ahead of time. And the restaurant ended up doing oh yeah, sure, you know what? We'll let them know so that we allow you to come in.
Mm-hmm.
And the issue with that is that when you allow something once, then that comes into, oh, how come they allowed him, but they didn't allow me? Oh, is it because I'm not rich? It's because I'm not X. It's because I'm not. And that's all this stuff.
Yeah,
So,
it is.
Stick to your freaking guns. The problem
is,
with
bro.
making exceptions is that then people will come and say, oh, they did it last time for me.
No. Hold on, but
Don't.
the famous thing though.
Go for it.
The famous thing.
Still.
What, no, but hold on.
It's a slippery slope,
No, it's
bro.
not slippery. It's not slippery at all.
Go
Look,
for it.
look. Oh, you're not letting me in with shorts. Oh, but you let Bad Bunny in with shorts. Yeah, we did. You want me to let you in with shorts? Get on the same level as Bad Bunny.
You know, that is a good point.
Exactly
I'm not gonna argue about that. I'm not gonna
exactly
argue
my
about that.
fucking point.
Still, but it depends on you, right? It's up to you, the restaurant, the owner, to say,
Okay.
we're gonna allow this or we're not gonna allow it.
I
Are
feel
we
like
gonna
a
allow
lot-
Bad Bunny on shorts or not?
Yeah, you're gonna let him in because he's fucking Bad Bunny. Oh, Kanye West is coming in, and he's wearing a fucking black bodysuit covering his whole body. That's weird as fuck. You gonna let him in?
No.
Yeah, it's Kanye West. You're gonna let him in, bro.
No.
Yeah. You can say no, but
That's
you're
up
gonna
to
let
you.
him in. You see, I feel like this is the same situation where people are afraid to say no to guests. This is this fucking fear of confronting people.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it. Like, why are they getting champagne and we aren't? Oh, because they're famous.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
You want that level of service?
Then be that. Yeah.
Then be that famous.
Yeah. I had that situation. Where
It's so simple, bro.
Yeah. Like, why aren't they paying us? Because they're famous.
Because they're famous.
And they're paying by being here, and then more people are gonna be
No,
here.
I'm not
That's a
saying I
different
like
thing.
it. I'm not saying I like it.
No, we're not saying we do.
But
It's just the way it works.
but people act like everyone's the same. Yeah, in the grand scheme of existentialism and carbon-based life forms and what's inside in your soul. Yeah, we are all the same. But that's not the that's what matters in Miami. How wholesome you are.
Yeah.
Right? Right? How much you care, how much you give. Oh, you really? Oh, you donated. Nobody cares about any of that shit. Miami cares about what you look like, what you drive, and where you hang out and who you with. That sounds like any other big city that has issues with being extremely superficial. Let's be honest. You think the restaurant cares about you as much as some celebrity sitting down on the other side of the restaurant? No, they don't. Why the fuck would they? Why would they? But the real problem there isn't that whole dynamic. The real problem is you thinking that you're on the same level as that person.
Yeah.
When you're not.
No.
You're just not. And again, the real issue is you misunderstanding that there is an actual problem with that. Like, why do you need the validation compared to the fuck? There's so many like hospitality groups that their whole thing, their whole shtick is, we want to make everybody feel like they're special.
Yeah.
The truth is,
Not
most of
everybody
you motherfuckers are not special. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Right? You could take my tone for whatever it is. I'm not special. We're not special. I go out to eat and I don't get free glasses of champagne and I'm not allowed into places if I'm violating the dress code. It doesn't matter. I got to follow the rules just like everybody else.
In fact, I like to check the.
That's it, bro.
I like to check the
That's it.
the dress code before I go to a restaurant, especially if it's a really nice one, because obviously I want to make sure that, like we're a part of it. We're part of the experience and we're enjoying that, right?
That's
If you go to
it.
a gala-like event, you want to suit up. If you want to go something a little bit more relaxed, then you go relax. So especially me, I like to wear my shorts and my sandals as well. So there's certain restaurants that I don't go to. And if they tell me, oh, you can't come in, I'll be like, absolutely, and just keep going to the next one.
I hate dressing up. I don't even own a suit. And I'm almost embarrassed to say that. I don't own a suit. I hate dressing up. Right? I just don't like it. I don't know what it is. It's not for me, guys.
Yeah.
It's not for me. But if you're telling me, do you think I would let a dress code stop me from enjoying what is supposed to be a phenomenal meal? No. So why are you going to the restaurant? You going to the restaurant so people can see you in your clothes, or are you going to the restaurant to be served well and to eat good food?
Maybe that's the question.
I know
What are you really there for?
Right. What are you really there for? I know there's
What are you there
restaurants
for,
that
right?
you're there to be seen. I get that. Okay, cool. But that's not why I go to restaurants. I go to restaurants
To
because I want to eat good food and I want to be relaxed and I want to be chilled. And if I have to wear whatever it is I have to wear to get in there, if it's not personally offensive to me, I'm going to wear that and I'm going to get in and I'm going to eat and I'm going to go home.
Yeah, I think that also there's a slight change of trends that's going on across the restaurant industry, and one of them is, oh, thank God I'm live. I fucking lost my train of thought. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought.
It's okay. Trends in restaurants. So go to number 2.
No. The fuck. Oh yeah, the trend on restaurants since COVID, obviously. I wanted to go back. Since COVID, restaurants became the place to hang out. Right? Because of COVID, bars were closed, clubs were closed, but the one thing that was open was restaurants. So people would dress up, they start going to restaurants, being like classy, and the restaurant became the place that they wanted to be seen at instead of the place that you're before going to the club, et cetera, et cetera. It also everything became wild, became loud. And that's kind of like the restaurants, like you mentioned earlier today, that no longer classic steakhouse are here. Everything has to be trending, different. And now things are slightly taking a bit of a turn again. And it's up to you to say, okay, the restaurants are again places for you to go and eat and have a good time. It's not the place for you to be, oh, I want to be fucking staying here and I'm going to be balling here and I'm going to be here all day, sipping, just having a conversation. No, people are coming in, they eat, they leave. People come in, they eat, they leave. It is an experience that we create through gimmicks, but it is not something like COVID. We're not a club anymore. So trends change.
It bothers me, man. Whatever.
All right. What do you got?
I already hit you with dress codes.
You're going to give me a dress code?
Yes, I did.
A chance for a change. However, a change in direction is a chance for a change. I personally, I am digging our restaurant kind of took a bit of a switch. They said we're not going to be more of a club. We're going to be more of a fancy kind of steakhouse. And I dig it because it gives us an opportunity for us to change our skill set, to say, okay, now it's more about taking it easy. It's not about pushing. It's about polishing those conversations with guests. So things are, and I dig that. It's a great opportunity for you to do something different. So how do you feel about a new page?
I like it, man. I feel like, if you have less distractions, then the food has to be better. The food has to be better. It's pretty simple.
And so is service as well.
The service and the food have to be better if you have less distractions.
There was one change that I really appreciate, and it's that the music lowered down a little bit. And that kind of gives everybody the opportunity to, again, talk to their guests a little bit more and get to know them. And someone said to me something really nice the other day. Someone who, the DJ used to be in a different location. Now it's a little more closer to the guest. And the DJ was really next to my station. And by the time that he walks out, he says to me, man, I know we know each other for like 4 or 5 years now. I've never heard you talk to guests. And he said to me, you are a goddamn professional. Like, I got to say, like, being there and listening to you talk to people makes me realize the kind of service that people don't get, the spirit that I don't get. So everybody that's here, we've been so long, everybody's goddamn professional. And honestly, that felt great. Sometimes it's a little tweak, and people just get to see everything that's behind. So look forward to that. It's very touching. I just want to say thank you, Nico. That was a great.
It's refreshing, is what it is, right?
Yeah.
It's we work in a great place, but it gets a little loud sometimes. So now that the volume's been turned down, it's not that we weren't capable of. I think we serve people really well.
Yeah.
But now it's going to be more towards service and food, which it always was, but there's going to be less distractions, which I enjoy.
Which also, and I want to close it up with this one, since you mentioned dress codes. Ambiance is also a thing that can be misconstrued the wrong way as well. Because if let's say you walk into a restaurant and they don't play reggaeton in that restaurant, me as a Puerto Rican, I'm going to be like, oh, why don't you play no reggaeton here? I feel like this is, against my culture, et cetera, et cetera. No, it's just the vibe that the restaurant decided to do. And if they decided from yesterday to today that this is what we're going to do, then that's what the restaurant is going to do. Again, you give you 4 things that you can do if you're in that situation. And like I said, sometimes if what I want is not there, I'll go somewhere else. But that's me.
Miami, but Miami's good about that though. Miami's good about mixing the music up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like if you want to have a successful restaurant in Miami, your music vibe, you have to have Latino, you have to have some house, you have to have some hip hop, you have to have rap, you have to have a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Definitely get that.
Yeah,
But if it comes down to ownership, it comes down to what their vision for the restaurant is, the kind of culture that they want to have in the restaurant, the vibe that they want to have in the restaurant, because that's very important. Because some people want to go to a place because they say, oh, I want to go there because, again, that's how I feel when I'm there. And if that's no longer your vibe, then maybe that place is no longer for you.
That's one of the 4
Last
rules.
words? Or you got something else?
No, I don't have anything else. Just want to let everybody know that, I love all of you and I wish you the best. And it's a pleasure being here.
Going to last words. Let's go check out what you have to say about some comments. All right. YouTube is perfect. Thank you very much. We saw him at the airport. All right. I'm not sure. I'm going to believe. Ooh. Somebody say here, I'm more inclined to believe that the restaurant is trying to attract wealthier people who will spend more money. Yeah. I mean, isn't that
okay?
Isn't one thing that
it's pretty
like
obvious.
I said, Mr. Ormosi likes to say, the person that I brought back is that I mentioned earlier, is if you want to do something good, either you do it one of two things. Either you sell it to the rich or you massively sell it. If a restaurant wants to switch and say we want to cater to the high, then we have to figure out what is it that they like and cater to them. And if that is not for you, then that place.
And if that place tries to enforce a dress code, and you want to get in to eat, then all you got to do is you got to abide by the dress code and pay for your bill.
Don't let Adrian go out in flip flops. This is Miami, sir, and I will die. I will die in flip flops. Let's see what Instagram has to say here. Ooh, at least you both look fire. Thank you, Adrian. Appreciate that. And let's check out TikTok. What the hell are you talking about? Well, somebody got a little late, baby. Man, whoa. A lot of people joining you on TikTok. Thank you very much. Appreciate you joining us today. Not a lot of comments. Hey, feel free to let us know your questions down below. Let us know your comments. Send us some things that you'd like us to react and discuss on the show. You can send it out throughout the week. We're mostly on Instagram, so feel free to DM us on Instagram. And if you want to be kind of like have your comments shown, then do so on YouTube. Sir?
I love all of you.
Remember, it's going to come down to 4 things.
Yeah. Be famous.
Be famous.
Open your own fucking restaurant.
Open your fucking restaurant.
Just abide by the rules or go somewhere else.
Go somewhere else. And, of course, if you don't like anything we have to say, you can also start your own goddamn podcast.
Your own fucking podcast.
As always, thank you for listening.
Take care, everybody.